Yeah, you see, what up? This NHale on You Tapped In with the Only Touch Greatness podcast. Westside.
Yeah, the mayor of C-Town, Ryan Hayes, and his big name guest.
Where I learn to stand tall on my own 2 feet. Vancouver, BC is a part of me. No matter where I call home or where I sleep, I will forever be from the streets to the V. Where I learn to stand tall on my own 2 feet. Vancouver, BC is a part of me. I'm from Van City, grew up in Vancouver. Way back when we was taking taxis, not Ubers. We was being young.
Only Touch Greatness.
Let's get it.
Every time I turn around, every time they hear my sound, they keep me all up underground. Still inside the box. Fuck what they say, just be the black folk like it, it's a hit. How can this true gangster shit still outside the box? I don't know why these niggas think that they won't smoke with me. I'm so laid back as I kick back, but I got my burner on me. If you with that, we can get that. One click back, then you no longer see. But it's cool, I'ma sit back, you get back and just smoke your weed.
Brighter day, she might just stay where homies like to roll. A place that you can't go. You better watch your hoe in my hood, where them tweakers live on sight. At night they just might fight. I wonder how they live that life in my hood.
Drive her crazy, like I'm high the pace and we can vibe, but you're not my lady, and it drives her crazy. You know I'm all that you will ever need. You know to call on me for anything. She's so in love, she's in love with me. Feel like she's stuck on drugs. I want it in the morning, I want it in the evening. Matter of fact, I want it every time I call.
So tired of waiting, I told this bitch to hurry up. I seen some dudes creeping, oh, I think they must be tough. I got my gun, never gonna run. I think this bitch tryna set me up. I guess it's bad luck, cause this type of shit is fun. Can't believe she thought I was the one.
A big mouth, she got it. I done met plenty of hoes who don't say nothing. Told my bitch I'm tired of the fussing. Girl, don't think that to prove nothing. So many hoes I hate, I fucked with. Ex they mom guaranteed they loved it. But through time they learned I'm a savage. What you expect, I was raised by my daddy. So many hoes I finesse like magic. Smoking dough and sit in traffic. Boy, get low.
Scan the code and follow.
Get damaged.
Often imitated but never duplicated, I Only Touch Greatness podcast with Ryan Hayes.
Right here. Yep.
Shit, we get an exclusive. We get a
What's up with it, man? Yeah.
So basically, I'm Ryan up here in Vancouver, Canada.
Okay.
And this is Prince Al and my co-host.
Right, royalty rules 816, bro. The one that got you here, bro. Like, yo, I've been trying to say this, man, so long, man, because I already heard about you because of the World Star shit. And I was just like, yo, I was like, Nate Dogg's son fucking raps. I was like, yo, it's crazy because, I mean, I can tell you this was one of the reasons why I got this here, right? Because this motherfucking CD right here took me through a lot of pain, a lot of happiness, a lot of fuck you moments, you know what I'm saying? It got me through some days, man. So, and just to hear this, man, this is mine, you know what I'm saying? This is for the culture, the G-folk culture, bro. So blessings to you.
Show that. Yeah, I had to tap in. I think I seen y'all do some shit with like Lazy or something. I just was real tapped in on the questions, just the type of shit that y'all was doing. So I could fuck with it. You feel me? It ain't that. It ain't no clickbait or no new. None of that new shit. It's more like for the real ones. And I got a lot of real ones that are tap in and appreciate that.
Boom, and that's what we about, bro. For real.
Perfect. Yeah. So what was childhood like growing up as underneath like your dad being a legend and stuff? And when did you first get into playing sports? Because I know you're a sports guy too.
Yeah. I mean, was like a normal kid for real. Like shit, I'm in a neighborhood I grew up in right now, with the homies and shit, you know. So it's really just we got a little bit of paper now, but you know, if your niggas ain't with you, then it ain't, you know, you ain't too far. So I still come over here and just tap in with, you know, the niggas I started with and shit. And you know, shit, it was just like being a regular kid growing up for me, for real.
When did you start playing football?
Shit, like I'll say like second grade type shit. So however old you is in like the second grade.
Okay. Because this is also a sports podcast as well. So I also
I seen y'all have some shit on about Washington up there, but you know, it's a lot of shit that about me in the football world that people don't even know, or you know. So I leave it up to, you know, whatever nigga want to ask.
Perfect. I got some stuff. So basically, being in Vancouver, I'm a 2-hour drive from Seattle, and then I'm a Seahawks season ticket holder. So I'm down there in Seattle a hell of a lot to watch football. So I go to a lot of Husky games.
So you a Husky fan?
Yeah, big time, and I go to a lot of Husky games too.
Yeah, I fuck with them. with them. Yeah, so, I still do.
Go ahead, sorry.
No, I was saying I still fuck with the Huskies.
Perfect, that's good. So one question about the Huskies while we're on there before we get to the hip hop portion of this. We always ask the people, like, to choose their college. This is the one time that you get to choose where you're going, as opposed to being drafted kind of thing and going to a team. What made you choose to go to the Huskies when you had other offers from Boise and Oregon?
Well, to be real, Boise was my first offer, but that's when Coach Pete was at Boise.
Yeah.
So he ended up going to Washington, and as soon as they got to Utah, they offered me. So I was more so like, you know, y'all was my first offer at Boise, but the only reason I wouldn't go there was because I was looking for a bigger school. So when they offered me at Boise, I was like, thank y'all for the offer, because it was my first one and it opened up the gate for everybody. But it just wasn't a big enough school. So as soon as they got to Pac-12 and UW offered me, I was, you know, immediately interested, because that was my first offer too, from the get-go, out the gate, you know.
Still had the blue field then in Boise?
Hell yeah, and I was real big on that. But after like, you know, learning just different league now, you know, and just, you know, waiting on the odds. If you're looking at the league, it's like I wanted to give myself the best shot at that, you know. But you know, being in high school, seeing that blue field, that shit was, I was like, I'd go there, or at least take a visit to that, you know.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, Oregon is nice as well. But what made you just go ahead and want to be to Washington?
Shit. Well, like I said, it was more so like I was looking for a loyalty factor in it, like, you know, who, and I don't know. Like I said, it was my first offer, so I felt like they were like the most interested for real, you know, because any school could offer me, but they came in offered me at Boise, and then as soon as the second day they got the job at Washington, they offered me. So I just felt like, you know, this was a place, even though I was committed to Zona for like almost 2 years.
Okay, last one about the Huskies. What led to you transferring out of there after you were starting after 14 games?
To be honest with you, dog, I got into some shit where I just failed some drug tests.
Okay. I figured it had been so long that maybe you would say I had never really.
Nah, you know, I stand on that because I learned from that, and shit. I got my own, like, I would say it's just, you know, what can I say? It was a learning experience for me.
Okay.
And I stand on that because I don't ever want someone to think that that's okay, you know. So
do you ever think of coming to the CFL?
Nah, that wasn't really my thing. I was more so like, I can't write to music. If it was the NFL, like I need something I can maximize, you know, my potential in. You know, like if it's not super, you know, the top of the chain or something, I really don't even want to fuck with it.
Okay, Prince, you're up, bud. Shoot one.
Yeah, so coming from LBC, bro, like, which is a, you know, beautiful place, man. You know, it's still grimy, but it's still a lovely place. Got in there before. Like, what was one of your favorite spots as a kid? You know what I'm saying? To be a part of, you know what I mean? And you always wanted to, you know, it always take back to memories, you know what I'm saying? Like that nostalgic fun.
Shit. it's a park called Mayfair Park. Shit, it's a few parks, but I want to talk about the Mayfair Park because that's mainly where my pops took us, and he like shit, we went there like I said like 2 days a week and played basketball and shit. And if you was just like a West Coast fan or just you know a person who knew who my pops was, you would have thought it was crazy that you playing basketball with Nate Dogg in the middle of you feel me, a park in Lakewood / Long Beach and shit. So that was like something that I still remember till this day. He was big on hooping, and that's something that we probably hooped like 3 days a week. But I was a kid, but I just remember going to different parks in the neighborhood and cities and shit. And it was like, it's like the shit you see on YouTube now when niggas go and they play basketball and got the cameras and do all shit like that. Like we was doing that with Pops, but we didn't have no cameras and nothing like that. It was just like, oh shit, Nate Dogg up here hooping, whatever. And I'm just a little nigga in the back airballing and shit.
Right. And especially man out there and then had that feeling like with music, right? Like, what was your favorite song as a kid make you like, it could be your dad's or whatever, and like one of the songs that make you be like, hip hop?
I don't really got no one song. But some crazy shit I tell you is like my pops was, of course, I'm heavily influenced by him. But weirdly, nigga, I'm like, I was thinking the other day, like this nigga T-Pain, like really killed the game for me. Like I was singing that shit to my lungs, and that's something that I grew to think about. Like T-Pain was really hot, and I don't think that's somebody my pops like saluted, because anybody that came with his type of sound or tweaked it or whatever the case, he wasn't super big on. But me being a young boy, I'm seeing like what's unique about it. So now that I'm like a little older and just thinking about it, I'm like, T-Pain was like something dope for me. Like, that was something that really made me interested in the music and just had the sounds that he came out with,
What are your thoughts on all that?
Yeah, I mean, I don't fuck with it personally, but it's guys that can make like that really can tweak that shit. Like you would hear Young Thug and be like, he sound like Lil Wayne or this ain't music, whatever. But the way he using his voice is real unique, like in a way. And if somebody can grab that and not, and step kind of outside the box, they will see what's unique about auto-tune and how, my generation is able to use it in different ways, because it's always been around. But we got dudes doing like the high pitched shit with the, they just twisting it up in many different ways.
Obviously yourself, but I haven't seen anybody since your dad come along that can sing like that. Closest I've would even come close to considering maybe Ty Dolla $ign, but he's not Nate Dogg.
Yeah, I mean that's just all we've been stuck with the last few years.
Yeah.
And, once we get like past the development part with me, and once people realize I'm not going nowhere, and we got some big shit about to close with the estate and just the name, and once they realize kind of what it is and what we are, people will know not to keep playing with the with the family like that and just with the name like that, and Snoop included. It kind of don't matter who you are, just anybody to feel that they have the right to speak on Nate Dogg. It should be, it should have some type of cost or consequences. I don't really care who you is, and that don't make it valid,
Right. What's your unique voice, man? Because even with the that type of sound with your dad, but you have your own way of flipping words, and it's all it's authentic. You know what I mean? Like your voice, like NHale, right? Like with a young dog, right? Like show me something, like just part, like tell us a little bit of the origins about writing that, then and go bro.
Shit, show me something. That's a special record, because that's some shit. Like as soon as I heard that beat, like my producer was making that shit. As soon as he, like, by the time he was done making that shit, I probably was done writing that shit. But it was like a lot of my music is really how I be feeling at the time. So I'm glad you said like it's clear that I got my own twist with it, because if you listen to what I'm saying, like it's my world and really what I'm going through at the time. You feel me? So maybe at that time, well, as far as show me something, if what I said, a big mouth, she got it. I done met plenty of hoes who don't say nothing. Me and my girl probably was going through it, and she probably didn't call the police on a nigga or something.
Right.
You feel me? So that was the first bar that I felt, like nigga, just on some player shit, like they just roll out and roll off like that. So when it come to go broke, it's like nigga, the hook is nigga, basically niggas talking and they ain't got no money, and then the bitch is talking about she need a nigga with money and she ain't got no money. Straight like that, That's just some shit that we deal with every day, and I'm on some shit like how long till they go broke, because I do the shit that I do is every day, and it's a lifestyle, and I know sooner or later the motherfuckers faking it, they gonna go broke, so it's just, that's really what that song mean, how long till that happen, because we still gonna be here.
You got the song No Smoke with a friend of ours. Glasses Malone. I've been fucking with Glasses for like
shout out to Big Bro Glasses. Yeah.
I've been fucking with him for like 20 years, making songs back in the day.
I feel like it was, sir, yes, sir.
You bet. It be like that.
It's that new shit, man.
Yeah, that technology shit.
So
I ain't gonna lie, I can't wait to see how this shit come out, cause nigga, I'm
right. I can't wait too.
Wherever we, how this motherfucker gonna fit on the story, boom, bam.
So can you tell us a good, like, what it was like working with Glasses that time? That's where we were leaving off.
Yeah, I mean, well, what I was gonna say is, I just felt like it was only right to get a song with him, just cause, he was like something big, at least to me, over here on the West. Like he had a lot of records and shit that I fucked with. That shit with T-Pain he had and shit. So he was just it was something that I had to do, and I felt like it was only right.
Agree. That's why I always worked with him when I was in A&R, and we've had him on the podcast. Great guy.
Yeah, he cool dude.
And so Pops used to bring you on stage and stuff. Did that help you calm your butterflies when you would go into the stadium?
Nah, hell no. I got the same butterflies to this day from if I'm from performing to playing football. It's kind of always been like that. But what I can say is it did prepare me or teach me how to prepare for those moments, if that makes sense. I always had butterflies, but just being that close to somebody like that, it allowed me to know like maybe what I needed to do to prepare for those moments, So I believe maybe the butterflies is just something that come with it, and after you get those out, it's just instincts and just your level of performance, and like I said, instincts. I think that's the main thing. Once you just able to roll it out, you're good.
And you still you're still performing and stuff. Do you get any nervous or butterflies ahead of time, or do you have any pregame rituals and pre-show rituals? Like, do you want to do a smoke one or drink one or?
I get faded as hell probably before, like I get so faded to where it's like I'm able to just like, tell myself, all right, it's about that time. And then when it's about that time, I don't want to talk to nobody. I don't want to deal with nobody. It's more so like, where the mic at? Okay, let's do it. And then as soon as, we get on the stage, it's a different type of energy. And then, right after that, it's I'm talking to everybody now, even the people that I probably walked right past, before that. And, hopefully they understand this more so just like how I prepare.
Perfect. Prince, shoot another one.
Yeah. So, coming for LBC again, bro. Like, you got so many legends over there in the LBC. Like, you got King Crook, you got
OG.
You got Corrupt, you got all these cats. You know what I'm saying? Like all these cats, right? For real. What was who's somebody from the LBC right now, to your knowledge, that be like, you know what, he hard right now, you know what I'm saying, that nobody caught wind to?
Caught wind? It ain't shit.
Or just it's just like one of the homies, you know what I'm saying? That's dope.
It's kind of, I mean,
you got your Doggy style, buddy.
He from San Bernardino. That's like
he's San Bernardino, yeah.
That's like a whole nother world out here for real.
Right.
So I don't really, it ain't many like niggas that I could say out of Long Beach that I'm really, I mean,
right.
Niggas, period. It is a new artist. I wouldn't call him new, but it's a dude making some noise right now. By the name of Zoe Osama. He got an anthem. You know, he got a record called Underrated. He can push that shit far. I think it's like the next like world international record since like a Tatiana type of song. You know, he can push that motherfucker for a good 3-4 years until he can let it go if it's pushed right. You know, so
right.
You know, so him. But at the end of the day, it's like if the business ain't right, a lot of guys, they just got the show. You know, so
right.
If he could push that record and get the business right, then he'd be good. That's a name that, you know, we all would know, you know, real well in the next 6 months.
Right. And then I wanted to talk about this too, man. The next episode, man, you got to you worked with the homeboy.
That's really what I'm about to be on.
You used to work with L Fingers too. Shout out to L Fingers, because I met him on Clubhouse before.
Listen.
You still fuck with him, don't you?
L Fingers showed me something. He produced like a lot of my songs.
Yeah.
Like that's my nigga that like if I feel like I'm taking like steps down and I gotta pull something out the bag now and we gotta figure out like, you know, we gotta make a move now and we gotta build something and put it together. Like, I'm flying to Vegas and I'm going right to L Fingers, you feel me, in the morning, tomorrow. You feel me? Type shit. Like,
right.
That nigga called me today, and I told the nigga, all right, I had to pick up this car right here because I be renting this bitch out with my other shits and shit. I'm like, man, I'm about to go pick up one of my cars, and I'm on the way, nigga. I'm gonna call you. But of course, I ain't do that, nigga. I got a kid and shit now, but that's that nigga. That's like my main producer.
Right. Because I was like, damn, he fuck with L Fingers. I was like, yo, that's fucking nuts. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to him. He's a real motherfucking one, man. Like, just talking to him, he talks about like Kansas City artists and shit. And I was just like, yo, he said, man, I would love to work over here because he worked with somebody from our section by the name of Young Cat. And he was like, yo, man, I've been tapped into y'all shit. And I was like, yo, we've been fucking with you too, L Fingers, because that's a name for real. Like, what's one of your, you know what I'm saying? I know you got like a good moment with L Fingers, you know what I'm saying, soaking some game up from.
Shit, I mean, not no game, but I got moments, a lot of moments with this nigga, man.
Right.
What's so dope about him is like he a nigga, he's so special to where we like when I'm coming to him, we working all night, right? So it'll be about 2-3 in the morning, right?
Right.
He making a beat and shit, right? Whatever, making a beat. Woo. We faded, nigga. Out of nowhere, this nigga start passing out. He'd be sleep, snoring. Right. I said fingers. Just say his name 2-3 times, nigga. Wake back up and get right back to it.
Right,
right back, and that shit like that is just it's just special to me because nigga, like, we get that shit done. You feel me? Like I can get frustrated and be like let's come back tomorrow and let's, you know, but I wake this nigga up and he still got that drive to get this shit done. You feel me? So he a nigga that, you know, I love shit like that because not many niggas really bleed this shit. He a nigga that really bleed this shit. He can go 24 hours. This nigga all he need is this, that, and he might take a power nap and he might fall asleep on them keyboards, nigga. But if you there waking him up, he gonna wake up. Same shit he was doing when he was asleep. And that's some shit that I like, nigga. I didn't fell in love with for real. And I think it's like magical because, nigga, the process is crazy. And you'll be like, damn, what the fuck is this? And then by the end of it, you'll be like, yo, this shit is magic. You know?
Right. And just coming from you know what I'm saying, that next episode, because it's got some shit, you know what I'm saying, like Options is one of the dope ones. Fucking Ride With Me with Larry June. Like, how was it just, you know what I'm saying, be like, yo, I got Larry June on this motherfucker and we vibing out because you match everybody good on your albums. Like, you tell you like you're ready for this fucking shit.
Right. I mean, I just think whatever, you know, what I could hear somebody on, but that particular song I made for him, and we are doubling back, but like when I get him on some other shit, it's gonna sound and be way better. That was more like a last minute play. I had to turn the project in, nigga. Where I was recording at, the producer in there, he had the beat. I loaded it up and we got that bitch to Larry, sent it right back. But shout out to Larry. he that's a real nigga, man. He tap in real often. That's a nigga that been supporting since day one, and he got a lot of his sauce and shit from my pops. And you know, it's just love to know that you know, a nigga like that can be rocking with a nigga, you know.
Right.
So how are you trying to create your own lane?
I mean, shit, I got businesses, LLCs and shit. I get money really aside from, you know, what you see and shit. So my own lane is really, nigga, what is who I say I am for real, you know. So I mean, it's just kind of what I'm walking already, nigga. You know.
Do you have a favorite piece of memorabilia that you've got? Or like, I know for a fact that like John Payne gave you you and your brother nice plaques.
Yeah, but you know, you can just order shit like that.
I don't know. I don't know if I can get that into Canada.
Yeah, I mean, anybody can order a plaque.
Okay.
Let me tell you, you know.
That's
so
a fact.
Don't be fooled when you see a nigga post his plaques on Instagram. He ordered it, or the label did, and now if he didn't order it and the label did, now you watching it hope, because that means he getting pimped. So,
yeah, that's exactly what's happening.
Look at it for what it is, you know.
Basically pimping their hoes for real.
Right,
This is a pimping their hoe game. Yep.
Right.
Wait, who is that baddie that was cooking in the kitchen and sitting on the car in the Don't Know Why video?
Shit, nigga, that was like 2 years ago.
I know.
You know what?
People don't forget. I seen her then, and I was in love.
Nah, but shout out my boy Icon, the dude who shot that video. He, you know, sometimes he bring the models with him, and I got that deal that day. You know, I didn't have to bring the models. I got them through him.
Okay. And another one, I got Snoop's got you on the new death row, right?
I mean, family wise, yeah, but not on paper, nah. Hell no.
Okay.
I mean, not hell no, but that's family. You feel me? But on paper, I'm not signing nobody, because and I'm in the middle of, you know, getting my pops out of some shit and working our state. So me signing or being under somebody is the last thing I do.
Right. And shout out to everybody, man, because you know what's so crazy is like, I'm just ready to see this, because I love this. So this is one of my good questions, right? If you can, you know what I'm saying, RP to Nate Dogg, it was one of the songs out of your dad's catalog that you be like, you know what, I want to just do it, but you could do it your own way. You know what I'm saying? Like your own version. What would it be?
Right. Probably Nobody Does It Better.
Whew.
I think that song.
That's a good one. I can actually see you also on G-Funk too, off the first album too. That
what song?
Oh, G-Funk. It's G-Funk. It's on the first album. Oh man, I wish I could say it like, oh my God, some P-Funk. Hey, get the G-Funk. Yeah, I can't see that.
You talking like on the G-Funk's Classics album?
Yeah, the G-Funk's Classic album. Like, I can see you do it.
Soulful shit on there. Like a lot of soulful shit on there.
I mean, first we pray. You know what I'm saying? Like, first we pray.
That's my shit. Hardest man in town. I'm still riding to that.
Hardest man in town, bro.
I probably do some shit. Yeah, see, Dad's just sent me a few beats and shit, and it's some vibes like that. But it's like, nigga, that's a different bag, bro. Like if you really like think about it or listen to that shit, it's like, man, you gotta like be listening to that type of music for like a good month or so before you really can. Okay, let me get one of them beats and get working on it, because you can't just play with this shit or play with that shit. So I didn't do shit where I didn't got the beat from Daz and I didn't record the song and didn't like it, recorded it again, didn't like it. All right, we just gonna sit on this beat until we understand what's really right here, you know, because niggas don't just get that, you feel me? So
right, because because of all that, like I said, man, I don't want to hurt no more to Butch Cassidy, you know what I'm saying? Which I didn't know y'all was related to. I was like, damn, y'all related to Butch too. Like, and shout out to him because he follows me on IG. And
Every time I hit you up, you know just what I want. There's no time for games, my love. Either you do or either you don't. You know about my gangster love. You got a strong passion for thugs, and I got it every time you call.
Butch Cassidy, man, which I heard, you know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, y'all related? I didn't even know. I was like, yeah, y'all got a good family tree, you know what I'm saying? Like, being related to greatness,
Everybody.
like, you know what I'm saying? Like, even RBX, and shout out to RBX too, because I was like, yo, like, I didn't know it. Everybody was, you know, had some type of relations with each other, you know what I mean? Which is dope, though, you know what I mean? Like, how's it, like any dope thing you're gonna do with Butch Cassidy, man? Because I'm ready to hear some more Butch.
We got. Oh, you heard our first one already, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, well, shit. I mean, as far as more work, I mean, he got some shit. I think with Snoop and Death Row. So I mean, if they want to bring me in on that shit, I'll make it happen. But I brought him in on on the last record we did. So it's only today. It's only nigga. He gotta get his shit right. You feel me? I mean, that's right. Butch now, nigga. He gotta. They business a little different than my business. You feel me?
Right.
I got other shit that I'm trying to capitalize on and eat off. So I like the new generation of guys and with the new wave of niggas is doing, because that's where the next 20, 30 years is at. You feel me? So I'm really into what these new niggas is doing, and even if you take myself out of it, like I'll be invested in the new guys' careers, because they just it just look better, and it's niggas at the top of the West Coast that's just gatekeeping, and I'm not a fan of that.
Cute baby, man, cute baby. Yeah.
Hey, what's up?
What up, youngster? What up, man?
Right here, man.
Salute. Next generation, man.
Yeah.
Next generation.
You hear me?
Perfect. That's the same baby right from your cover of your album, Prince of the West Side.
Yep, and I'm about to drop I'm probably gonna drop like another EP to my series Young OG. I'm like Young OG Part 2, and I'm probably gonna put him on the cover of that shit with a crown on him or something like that,
That's gonna be dope.
I always like that, because when you look back on the album 20 years from now, it'll have a sweet picture.
Right. And speaking of the album,
wait, hold on, wait, y'all know where I got that shit from?
Who did you get it from? That's a good question.
Yeah, and I know that's why I'm asking y'all. So, y'all, if you didn't know, I'm like 50 Cent, my favorite rapper.
Ooh.
So let's get rich and die trying.
There you go.
I like that. Right. Hey. Speaking of 50,
in the back is the back,
Right. Speaking of 50, man, because he's one of my favorite, man. I got the chance to meet him, man. Like, yo, what was one of your favorite songs that you'd be like, you know what? I always go back to always gonna be on repeat of 50.
I mean, so if you are a 50 fan, my shit is Toy Soldier. If you're not a 50 fan, it's 21 Questions, of course. You feel me?
Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, but if you are, he got some shit called 21 Soldiers, nigga. When I first heard that as a little nigga, I thought I was really about to get riding with my young homie, and we was about to load some clips of me. I don't know what a gun was, none at the time, nigga. The song started off like, "You ready? Okay, let me wind you up."
Right,
nigga.
Right.
Yeah,
right. That's off the Massacre.
Man.
Which it came out of my city. It came off of
that shit hard, boy.
Right. It came off of my. Hey, it's crazy too, because it came out. That CD came out on my birthday, and I remember getting that motherfucking CD. Me and my sister bitch to get that CD. Like, I remember when it came on Shady 4-5, I was like, oh shit, he got an album out. And they said March 3rd. I was like, oh shit. And Toy Soldiers was one of my funs too. That in Position of Power. Because
that beat on that. Ooh.
And the video too.
the West Coast or something, the way his shit was sounding like, nigga, how you got that? It's just that when you hear like a West Coast beat, but the part of the beat, you just like, oh my, you know, he had that in it, like nigga, that soul gangster shit, like nigga, where you get that at? That's, you feel me, like some classic slow smooth, like nigga, East Coast, them niggas was, you'd be like moving fast and shit. He came with the real game, like the twist with it, like I could fuck with that.
Right.
Okay, I found a song today online. I don't know if it's even a real song or if just some guys made it along the way into a song. A song with you, Game, and MC8. It's called Streak Song.
Yeah, that's real. So what the guy did was he of course he got us all on the song. Yeah. You know, but those aren't recycled verses or nothing though. Those are just verse. Those are like verses that he individually got us featured on type shit.
Okay, but then when he made the video, it's just samples from all the other videos.
Right, and I think that was more so just for the for view purposes and shit, you know. But
gotta do what you gotta do when you paid for the feature.
Right. So I think he's just trying to recoup any way he can. It seemed like, and that's fine, you know.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
Right, that's part of the game.
Yeah, right. That's for sure.
Right.
The other one I like was Best of Me. The video of that. Did you film that in Cabo?
Nah, I filmed that right over here in LA.
I thought I saw a spot that I recognized.
The best in me. That take away the breath from me and bring out the best in me.
Nah, but it did look nice, huh? It looked like we was somewhere. Yeah, you know, that shit right over here in LA. You know, my partner, he got a boat and shit, you know. So we like, man, let's catch us a vibe right here and, you know, get it done. That shit filming on BT Jams, man, for the next this month, like, so what, that's like another week and a half or something. So y'all make sure y'all catch it if y'all can.
They gotta get you on growing up hip hop.
Hey, I was just in the studio because you know, Daz and Lil Easy got a album coming out. We got a song on that shit. So, when we was recording that shit, I was just talking to motherfuckers about that. Like, Easy, you know, when it's time for you to bring a nigga on there, you know who to call, because I'm gonna come up, I'm gonna turn that bitch upside down. I don't know what they got going on up there, but we really living it. So I don't know what, you know, them niggas is doing, and if we gotta follow some type of script, don't even call me, because my shit is already, you know, wild as it can
get. Right. Especially you got a new song out, you know what I'm saying? Your recent single, like how dope was that? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm fucking with it.
You talking about God Be With Me?
Yeah.
Niggas trying too hard, boy, you got it or you don't. My name NHale, so don't act.
I mean, shit, you know, that song was special because I'm never gonna forget the experience that I had in the UK. So, I mean, from the outside looking in, we had the tour set up, you know, this and that, but niggas don't know the promoter ran off on us, nigga. As soon as we landed, we couldn't find a promoter. So we in the middle of the UK, nigga, with nowhere to go, nigga, don't know what the fuck going on. Luckily, we got our plane tickets because we made sure the nigga, you know, took care of this, that, and the third. But nigga, we in the middle of the world, you feel me, with no resources. So nigga, it's beautiful to know that we turned that negative into a positive. But nigga, we had to find the promoter, nigga. He ended up canceling the shows because he didn't really know what he was doing. I'm sending people to the venue. He's sending people to his website so he could get his money back. So it's just not connecting and looking good for him. So, nigga, for the video to come out so beautiful and you see it and it's shot all in the UK and we, you know, it's a scene in there where I'm eating at a dude restaurant and, you know, laughing, whatever the case is, and there's some shots in there at the Arc. little do niggas know that dude. We met him on the street, just networking and shit. And he owned that restaurant. And he just was a big time fan of Pops and ended up being a fan of me and the music. And he was just showing us his establishment and shit. And we got some shots of the video in there. I'm just never gonna forget that because, like I said, it was we just turned a negative to a positive. And it was a great experience. Just take it back outside.
It's crazy because you got Blow My High too, which you got a feature with Payroll, Giovanni. So how dope was it, working with Payroll?
Shit, he like a currency type of nigga to me. Like it's niggas that in this game that them niggas is not going nowhere. They hustlers, they getting money. They got it, and they weirdly overlooked, but them niggas is there. You feel me? Right. So it was only right for me to go do that because I see myself as guys like that in this game because I don't ever think I'm gonna need a label, and I just put more money on myself in this shit. You feel me? So and my niggas in the streets and we hustling, and while we doing this and it is what it is, I'm working with niggas that's on the same type of time as me, and I am in that shit. You feel me? So Payroll was a nigga like boom, I can fuck with that. That's the type of shit we on. We hustling, and you feel me? We support ourselves in this shit.
Right. Which I can see you. I can see you working with currency. Like I can see that's a type of lane. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I see that type of person.
I just hit him. He been acting like he been waiting on me to send him some shit. So I hit him like yesterday and told him I got a beef with Daz and shit that I'm gonna get to him.
That's gonna be hard.
I want to see you and your boy Rich Rocka. That is from the Bay Area. Your boy.
What's his name?
Your boy, or it's now Rich Rocka.
Rich Rocka.
He's now in LA.
Oh yeah, I don't know who that is.
Oh fuck. My local bars can't stand me. Every Friday night, every Saturday night, I'm in the bar and I'm making one request for a song every single time.
And it's his shit.
It's fucking Regulators.
Oh, okay.
Oh man,
he's been wanting to say that. Which is, you know what I'm saying? Hey, everybody knows Regulators is one of them shits. Like, how you feel like every time it gets played? Like, even including, we just talking about 50. Like, even 50 put it in fucking power. That lets you know how fucking dope fucking Regulators is.
Yeah, my favorite song ever.
And it's and it came off of an iconic, album too. You know what I'm saying? A soundtrack, you know what I'm saying? Which one of my favorite soundtracks, you know what I'm saying, Above the Rim.
Probably the best one ever.
It's one of the best ones for real. Like,
yeah, I think that's like his biggest record. I say Regulate the biggest record. I say that you got what come close to that? Ain't no fun and shit. That's what you gotta do. Like, what's the biggest? What's the biggest Nate Dogg record? Regulate.
My favorite.
No fun. That gotta be the question. God. What is the biggest? What's your favorite Nate Dogg record?
I agree. I agree with you.
The East Coast gonna have their own, their own opinions.
Right. But you know what's so crazy? It's so hard because he got so much shit with Eminem. He got so many features. Point.
Till I collapse, like they got it's motherfuckers around the world that they like. Till I collapse to them, and then that Eminem shit, that's to regulate to us.
Yeah.
Like, all the shit he did with Eminem, that's the biggest shit to some people. It ain't, they don't, that's where they found him out. That's where they found out about my Pops at. Come on.
Right. Yeah. Because it's crazy because, you know what I'm saying? How was your response when you first heard your dad working with him? Like, I know that had to be like, yo, this is some real ass shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I was young, so I didn't really even know.
Yeah, you really didn't know. But now, now, like, what'd you think?
Yeah. Like, so when I was going to the UK and shit, my manager, they stopped me, and I thought they was about to take a nigga down like Brittany Griner, you hear me? So they stopped the nigga at the border and shit. They said I smell like weed, this and that, whatever, right? So while they searching my bags and shit, they pull me to the side, take me to the back room, searching my bags and shit. They bring my manager in the room in there with me. My manager like, yo, this is Nate Dogg's son. They like, who is that? Like, they don't know nothing about Nate Dogg, right? He like, my manager like, he got the song. He has the songs with Eminem, and then he starts saying the song names and shit. And then the dude was like, "Oh yeah, like and he said the title and shit." And I'm like, "Damn!" Like, so he knew that. You feel me? Out of all the shit, and that basically just let me know, like, and I knew it already, but Eminem is really a big ass artist. You feel me?
Right.
If they had back then, if they had streaming like they do now, I'm sure he would have made his name would have been all over the world more, right?
Oh yeah,
of course.
And I didn't know that. I had to grow to like really understand that, and then a lot of people don't know that. Like Eminem got one of the biggest like core. Like you say some shit about Eminem on social media, internet, you gonna have a swarm of fans. Like even if you nobody, like they're gonna find you type shit. Like so. I learned that like. Through time, like this nigga, he got a big, fan base, and I didn't.
Hey, what's your favorite memory of Pops?
I would just say him being funny, like being a comedian and shit. Like it was like a lot of Jim Carrey movies and shit that he like reenact and shit. I done got so older now, I couldn't tell you the exact one and shit, but it's more so like shit like that. When the world seen him so serious, I seen like he was a comedian and had that funny side and that that joking and laughing character to him.
What are some of your hobbies outside of sports or music?
Shit, I like to work out a lot. That's like something I still do from sports. Getting in the gym. Hey, homie. Getting in the gym and shit. You feel me? That's really it, nigga. Get in the gym and smoke weed. I'm getting old and shit. It's 27, but nigga, I be feeling like I'm 40 something. I said that shit in the song with glasses. Like nigga, I be doing young old nigga shit. You feel me?
Right. That's how I always was too, man. I always wanted to be kicking with the old cats. I was like, man, I'm too. You know what I'm saying? I'm too mature for my age. Yeah, I'm just, I'm already thinking fast. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how it is. And I heard, you're a Tupac fan. What is one of your favorite Tupac, songs?
Obviously the one.
Shit. That nigga got so many for real.
He got so many. I always go back to Ambitions as a Rider. You can't see me.
Baby, that shit was so funny. That shit with my pops, what was that shit called?
All About You?
Scandalous? Nah.
Oh, Scandalous. Yeah, Scandalous. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's my shit right there.
Yeah, that's the shit. Yeah.
That's my shit right there.
Do you have a favorite sports franchise?
Nah, I don't really. Nah, I'm gonna be real. I fuck with the sports, but I don't fuck with how these niggas can't really do shit when shit across the world be happening and shit, and somebody get killed, and they, like these niggas really can't take a knee over some shit that they clearly ain't taking a knee about, and motherfuckers just make it, super controversial, and then just tie it all the way away from why this nigga took a knee in the first place. I'm just not a fan of that shit to the core. So you can, and I look at that shit as like, I like music and shit, but like if you don't got the business right, then you just it's more so like a circus, So I look at sports like a big ass circus, and the niggas that's really making the money sitting back watching these clowns, risk their lives or do whatever they say they do good, whilst the nigga that know how to make the correct business moves and business plays to allow these niggas to do that, to perform on this field and make money off of that, So I'm real big on the business part. Niggas gonna learn about me when they see that I'm the nigga that negotiated the Dogg deal in a few months to get us these millions. You feel me? Then we gonna get past like a lot of whatever niggas think it is, and we gonna get to what it really is.
If you were having a dream dinner party and you can invite 3 famous people, dead or alive, who do you want to bring to your party?
Michael Jackson, Prince, and motherfucking Kobe Bryant. Oh, you said an artist?
No, don't have to be. Mine are like Tupac, Seth Rogen, and.
Well, I'm gonna take Prince out for Tupac. So we got Michael Jackson, Tupac, and Kobe.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Go ahead, Prince.
I would say, yeah. I would probably say that. I love your dad so much. I had to say Nate Dogg too. He told me, I got love, man.
To experience that. I probably would experience somebody I never got to experience. That's selfish to me. Come back,
right? Right.
I wanted to make him the honorary fourth person at the table.
Right,
so
right.
I didn't
Yeah. He's always, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, what's your favorite restaurant in the LBC?
I'm still fucking with the Roscoe. It's heavy.
Roscoe guy. Yo, I fuck with Roscoe's, man. Every time, man, when I went over there, shout out to my cousins, you know what I'm saying? Because they from LBC. Matter of fact, my homeboys from LBC. They from Anaheim. And they used to tell me about, you know, go to Roscoe's. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm like, shit. I went to Roscoe's, man. I was like, man, hey, we need to go back to Roscoe's again. That is in and out. Like, I would be eating that shit like crazy. Like, you want anything else?
You said that in and out.
Right.
That shit, I ain't gonna lie.
Man, I be telling people, I'm like, shit, I gotta go over there. And I still ain't never get El Polo Loco. I've been wanting that shit ever since Tupac said it. I was like, yo, what the fuck?
My girl eat that shit probably every other day. She love that El Pollo Loco shit.
Yeah, man. See, I like shit like that. You know what I mean? Like what type of, all right, if you had the chance to watch a concert, which concert would you think you'd be like, yo, I wish I was there for this concert?
Probably that motherfucking Up in Smoke tour.
Yeah, it was awesome, man. I seen it in Vancouver. It was
that Up in Smoke shit look crazy, nigga.
That shit, and you know,
the way they had Snoop come out on a low rider, and I'm like, yo, this shit crazy. The way the stage was set up with the liquor store, I'm like, yo, this shit is crazy.
I saw it in Seattle, so Daz and Krupp actually were there. Like, they didn't make it across the border to the Vancouver show.
Oh, I didn't even know nothing about that.
Yeah, they didn't make it across the border to the Vancouver Up in Smoke. So.
Yeah, and I wanted to go so bad because I was like, damn. I was like, man, I was a kid that did that, you know. I was like, yo, well, fuck. I wish I was old enough to go to this shit because it looked like it was a good ass time. Weed, all that shit, you know what I'm saying? And you got all those classic hits they was playing and shit. Like, just the way it looked, you know what I'm saying, with the fucking skull and shit. Like,
that shit looked like it was crazy.
That skull from the Up in Smoke inspired me to have the skull as my logo for my podcast. But also I wish you did an Up in Smoke tour, another one, and then you come play every Neat song.
Some shit like that. We gotta get creative with it. Cause I'll be thinking about shit with my team a lot as far as what we gonna do to make sure this shit is like real unique and shit. You know, so shit, something like that'd be real dope.
Right. Especially, go ahead.
Yeah, no, Prince. I don't know how much time we got with them, but if we do gotta let him go soon, then we should get wrapping her up. But I don't know. No, because we wanted to make sure that everybody, you know, knows what else you doing. Yeah,
you know, like what's next for NHale too. If you do gotta go.
Yeah, I mean, shit. We working on you know, I got this record with my pops about to drop March 15th. Some shit we've been sitting on for a minute, coming with a good fucking what is like the animation video with it. And you know, from there I'm really gonna get really gonna stand on the independent NHale grind and let niggas know, like, you know, we doing this shit our own dollar. It's its own section of G-Funk, and it ain't really going nowhere. And the more niggas and the new niggas we got that's pushing it and doing it, and the more people we got supporting it, we can really switch up, you know, what's going on as far as on the West Coast and shit, you feel me? So we're gonna keep these singles rolling. We ain't running out of music, you feel me? I got new distribution deals and shit, meaning I'm just gonna make sure, you know, the records is getting where they need to be as far as the playlist and shit like that. And we just big on the next episode label, and the next episode brand, and next episode LLC. Death Row is they family and shit, but you know, we got some business to do with Death Row with my pops, and until we get to that, we can't really, you know, discuss anything about me or anybody else. You feel me?
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Which I was about to ask you about the weed strand. If you still doing the weed strand.
Yeah, I got that shit all day. I just came on the block right now to get it in my niggas' hands. You feel me? So. You know, they gonna move that shit, you feel me? And we me and my niggas, we really hustlers. Like, I'm in the streets for real. My mama sold the weed. You feel me? I don't really say this in too many interviews, but nigga, my mama was the weed man. So that's where I get my hustle from, nigga. I till this day, like, nigga, I still shot, nigga. I'm on the streets with it. We was in cookies. We did the collabs and shit, but nigga know where to find me. Nigga, nigga know what we got, and it always been like that until I feel like we didn't made enough. You feel me?
Right. As long as you on your entrepreneur shit, man, we gotta get it over here. You know what I'm saying? I had to get tapped in over here. You know what I mean?